At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is in the Tuff-N-Uff Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 5 wins and 5 losses. Fighting out of 9th Aisle BJJ, Las Vegas, Nevada, Julius Lopez. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Fusion MMA, St. George, Utah, Brandon Prince Rios. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Mark Smith.
3 2-minute rounds. Lopez is wearing the blue, Rios is wearing the white. Cage doors are closed, and we are set to go.
Julius, ready? Brandon, ready? Fights on.
Round number 1 is underway. Touch of the gloves, and we're off. Outside leg kick there from Rios. Another one. Whoa.
That was interesting.
Certainly not lacking confidence on his feet. I mean, he listed himself as a wrestler. Comes in wearing the Muay Thai shorts, but he looks like he's throwing some nice Muay Thai knees there, and certainly very proficient on his feet as well.
Landing some good strikes there in that exchange.
Yeah, Lopez is doing a nice job slowing a lot of those punches down, but he hasn't really had a chance to mount any offense. And Rios landing a couple of more there, almost got the takedown.
Seeing a little bit of that wrestling. Doing a good job of muscling him.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Lopez is the taller fighter. He definitely has a reach advantage, but Rios doing a nice job of negating that, getting inside. Looked like he was going to throw a flying knee instead. Picks him up, slams him, takes him to the ground.
Ooh. Rolled into a punch.
Yeah. He's landing some nice punches there. Those are big shots. Mark Smith is telling Julius to fight back, and another slam. Man, Brandon Rios is all over him right now.
Lopez is trying to get out, though. He's doing his best, but Rios is just all over him. Looking for another slam.
And he does so right in front of the broadcast booth here. Rios continues to not just elevate and slam, but also peppering him with punches constantly. Again, Mark Smith is all over the action here. Just about 25 seconds left in round number 1. But Brandon Rios with another slam directly in front of the broadcast booth. Man, he is just overwhelming him right now. Has not given Lopez an opportunity to try to set up any offense. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. And he's cranking the arm now. He's looking for that arm. He's got a pin behind his back. He's going for the Americana. That is the end of round number 1.
Wow, that was intense.
Sure was, man. Brandon Rios all over him.
Just swarmed him. Saw some interesting striking, and then that wrestling came in the second half of that round. I think we saw, what, maybe 4 takedowns at that point?
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Rios just at will was able to grab him and elevate him, and it's because Lopez just didn't know what was coming. I mean, Rios did a great job coming out. He threw some very nice kicks and some knees to sort of start things off, and then the rest of the fight looked just like this, or the rest of the round rather, looked just like that, where he was constantly peppering him, and the second that Lopez started to get back to his feet, elevated, slammed again.
Lopez wasn't able to get off his jiu-jitsu from the ground either. We saw him try to scramble, look for something, but Rios just wasn't having it. I think we're seeing a pretty distinct strength difference between Rios and Lopez, and I think giving that edge, quite a big edge to Rios as far as the strength goes, because we saw him muscle Lopez around the entire cage.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is for Lopez after talking to his corner and having a minute to kind of say, hang on, let's kind of reset a little bit here. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Time.
Mark Smith is calling time. It's the tape on. Have something on his back?
Doc, is that it?
He had maybe a cut or a scratch or something on his back.
Maybe a dermal? No, if you have a scratch, I don't think they would be covering it up.
I don't think so either.
I've seen them do this with dermals in the past, and I've seen them do it with if you have gauges in the ears, but I'm not sure exactly what they're doing.
Okay, take it off.
Oh, no, not a dermal. I don't know.
Stay right here.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what that was from that camera shot. They were right up on it, but.
Stop talking and fight. You understand? Time in. Fight.
Round number 2, we are underway. And Lopez getting aggressive here. He's got Rios backing up at the beginning of round number 2. Switch kick there, went inside of the leg and then went to the head. And Lopez, this is where he got in trouble last time, so kind of surprised to see him close the distance.
Keep those clean.
These go by really quickly, just 90 seconds left here in round number 2.
Rios being somewhat almost too confident, I think. You know, keeping his hands a little bit low earlier on. He's got them back up now, but.
And does a nice job there, a little hip toss. Gets Lopez down once again. Let's see if he's able to keep him there. Lopez has done a nice job of scrambling back to his feet every single time that Rios has elevated him or tossed him to the ground. Rios really, like you said, keeping his hands pretty low, not really afraid of the power of Lopez, but he's eating a lot of shots in the process.
He has, but it doesn't seem to stop him, though.
Doesn't stop him at all, but still, it only takes one punch.
And I think we were seeing that strength differential there. I think we're seeing, he got tagged in the eye.
Time.
But I don't know if that was a finger. Was that a finger?
I couldn't tell from the angle that we were at because it was the outside eye from where we're actually sitting, and maybe we'll get a replay here, but there was definitely a moment where, he backed up and winced, and Mark Smith doing a nice job there, immediately detecting it and calling time, but the doctor's going to take a look here.
Yeah, you could see Rios wince in pain immediately after the contact there, be it from a knuckle or from a finger. It was hard to tell.
Yeah, here's the replay, so let's see if we can tell. Yeah, I mean,
it was
kind
Lopez's
of pawing with that hand, the
left
lead
hand.
So.
I was looking at his right when he threw it, and it didn't look like there was fingers extended, but there were in his left hand there.
We are back underway in round number 2. Lopez saying sorry about that, unintentional eye poke, and Rios throws a head kick. Less than 30 seconds left here in round number 2. This round much, much closer.
Just keeping his hands real low.
He just kind of put him on his hips there, kind of taunt Lopez.
Ooh.
That one stumbled Lopez. Caught him coming in.
Lopez still trying to move forward, but looking for a takedown.
He gets it.
Stop.
Boy.
Nice finish there for Lopez. I don't know if it's going to be enough to win that round for him, but that was a...
Well, Rios didn't do anything, though. I mean, like, Rios caught him with that punch, but it didn't drop him. It did stumble him, so that was significant, but Lopez, up to that point, he certainly hadn't lost the round.
Yeah.
He didn't convincingly win it, but it's not like Rios was just dominating him. There wasn't much going on there. I mean, Rios was kind of taunting him and just toying with him throughout that entire second round.
And looking here at the replay, you could see, he did land that.
That was a nice left hand right there. Caught him right on the chin and stumbled him. But again, to Lopez's credit, he's recovered very well every single time that he has gotten a big shot. He's taken some serious shots, Mahoney, but either way, how you guys doing? Thank you guys for watching. Every single time that he's landed with a big shot, Lopez has fought right back. So he's gotten dumped on his head numerous times, but every single time he's gotten right back up. Rios, round number 1, overwhelmed Lopez. Round number 2, like you said, maybe overly confident, kept his hands low, didn't really engage that much. These rounds are short. Anything can happen. At the end of round number 2 there, Lopez very easily could have stolen that round, in my opinion.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission, we've got, along with the ISKA, has some of the best judges here in the world, and so we got some great judges here tonight. This easily could be 1-1.
I think you're right. Third and final round. And Lopez comes out swinging once again. Rios looking to possibly get a trip. Lopez doing the same.
Lopez landed on that exchange on the way out, which is why we saw the taunt there from Rios.
And
getting a little flashy.
Yeah, getting flashy, but he ends up on his back.
Yep.
And Lopez there as he's coming up.
Ate a couple jabs.
Yep.
Lopez is on to that game.
Yep. So what Rios does is when he throws those body kicks, he's going for the submission here. He's looking for this arm. He's got it extended.
Nice roll
Again,
there.
Lopez rolls right out of it.
And gets his back.
Yeah.
And he's got his arm under his neck.
Lopez may be stealing this fight right away from Rios. There's only a minute left in this entire fight, and so far this round, Lopez has been a very, very game fighter.
It's an awkward position right there from the side. You're not going to finish. It's going to be very hard to finish the submission, but he gives it up, and now we've got Rios up on top. His Lopez is going to be able to get up with just 50 seconds left.
Well, I would be shocked if he couldn't. Yeah, there you go. He rolls it into full mount. So now he's in full mount.
Who needs to get up when he can roll it into full mount and go
And now
for an
he's
arm?
got the arm. Jeez. This fight is everywhere. It's literally everywhere.
Yep.
The second we're like, okay, this guy's starting to dominate and win, that changes. It looks like Rios is wincing in pain. No,
that's just
he's just
look
a
at
grimace.
determination.
Yeah, just a
but
grimace.
Lopez is working some interesting submissions. He's got a triangle in. I don't know if he's going to finish it from there.
Yeah,
Probably
it's gonna
not.
be really,
but
really
he's
hard
certainly
to do.
stifling his offense.
And again, he's looking for that arm.
Yep. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and I mean, Rios doing a nice job of circling away from the danger. Now he's the one that's landing punches, but Lopez again, back to his feet. That is the end of the fight. Boy,
wow.
This is not an easy one for the judges, in my opinion. I mean, round number one,
Clearly,
all Brandon Rios.
yes.
No, not even close. Round number two, very close. I actually edged Julius Lopez. I thought that with that takedown there at the end of round number two, I gave that to him because even though he got stumbled, it was just very briefly.
Yep.
He didn't go down. He just kind of got rocked on one single punch.
And you got to remember, there was an intermission from the eye poke, and he finished that round strong, too.
Yep. And then the third round there, I think that Lopez stole this fight away from Brandon Rios, and I think that he got a little bit too confident there.
I think Rios let this fight get. I think Rios let this fight get away from him. I think that fight was his for the taking. Wanted to do a little trash talking there, but I think he's going to come away with this. I think he is, but it's going to be a lot closer than it should be. I think there's a possibility of a split decision, as we see just lots of offense there at the end. We saw Rios land a few punches at the end of round number 3, but that's definitely not enough to give him that third round because Lopez was just going for submission after submission after submission.
Now, interestingly, what's going on right now is that Justin Bernard, who is the ring announcer, is walking around. He's getting the scorecards from the judges to make the official announcement, but as you'll notice, this is taking just a little bit longer than usual, which means there was some deliberation. He's walking into the ring right now. This one very close. Can't wait to see who our winner is. Here's the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of war, we have your winner by majority decision, Brandon Prince Rios.
There you have it. Brandon Rios came out in round number 1, absolutely dominant. Slowed down in round number 2, but I guess the judges gave round number 2 to him because round number 3, I think, pretty clearly went the other direction. However, one of the judges did disagree there. So split decision victory for Brandon Rios, no question about it. In round number 1, he looked powerful, he looked dominant, came out, gets the victory tonight, so that's all that matters. Maybe adjust a couple of things to make sure he can finish better, have that same sort of performance in the later rounds like